Welcome to Andrea's Kitchen. Today I'm going to be making croutons. I had some old white bread that was just sitting around and I don't want anything to go to waste, so I'm going to make my croutons, and these are my very favorite. I start out with my white bread and I am just going to go ahead and start cutting it into squares. This is such a good way for the bread not to go to waste, and I'm going to tell you, these are going to be the best croutons you have ever eaten. They're soft because it's white bread. I tried it with wheat bread. It's pretty soft as well. And then I tried it with sourdough and with French bread. It did not work. The croutons were hard. I mean, it worked, but I just thought they were so hard. So personally, I love these croutons with white bread. It's my absolute favorite. Love to also use these when I make soup, usually once a year. I'll make tomato soup from our garden. We'll pull all our tomatoes, and then what we'll do is make a good tomato bisque and our creamy tomato bisque, and then we throw a couple pieces of cheddar cheese, a little shreds of cheese, and we throw a couple of these croutons on, and it is absolutely excellent. So I'm going to finish cutting these, and then I'm going to put these ones onto the cutting board. I'm always so happy when things don't go to waste. That's my big thing now. I try to make sure everything I have in the house I do not have to throw away. I can compost it to my garden and improve my garden's health, or we use it in some form. So that's kind of what I'm about right now, trying to do that and be good to my body as far as eating habits go, and making sure we don't waste anything. But anyways, and then after I get done cutting up the bread, well, then I'll immediately go ahead and warm up the butter. But I have to kind of wait to warm the butter and put the garlic salt in it as well. Very few components here. There's only garlic salt, Parmesan and butter, and white bread. But you can do this with any bread you prefer. Just because I like my croutons a little softer, a lot of people like it with nice extra sourdough bread. Almost done cutting. You can even cut them smaller, or you can even leave them bigger. It's up your preference. And so just almost done with these. And like I said, I'm going to put the butter in the microwave now because I want the butter to be warm when I put the garlic salt in there. So I took a whole stick of butter and 5 tablespoons more of butter. I'm going to take it right over here in the microwave. I'm going to watch the microwave so it doesn't, overflow my bowl. Also, I don't want it boiling. I just want it to be nice and warm. I also have my oven preheated, 350, for about 15-20 minutes before we actually start making these croutons. So right now, let that warm. And I can see to make sure that it shall not overflow. I'm going to put the garlic salt away. Fork. We may need another minute. That's quite a bit of butter, but one thing about these croutons, very small ingredients, very good, but if you do not use a lot of ingredients, you have to use good ingredients, or you have to use enough of that ingredient for it to be good. We don't want to eat things that have no taste. It's just not worth it. Okay. It's actually more than enough. It was 1 minute and 10 seconds. So what I'm going to do basically is I'm just going to go ahead and start stirring. This is garlic salt. It is 3 tablespoons of garlic salt. No, teaspoons of garlic salt. Sorry about that. 3 teaspoons. And I will check my, I'll put the recipe on the little end of the viewing. Okay, we got all this richness in here. So unfortunately, this is a hands job. You're gonna have to go in here, you're gonna have to mix it this way so you can get it on all pieces of the bread or as many pieces of the bread as possible. Because that is your only source of flavoring, is for this butter to soak in and get on the bread. And the garlic salt is salty, but like I said, with bread, it withstands real well. Sometimes these are good just to take a few to eat on the road. I put a couple in a little plastic baggie and eat them when I'm out and about, especially when I know I'm going to have a real busy day and not really be able to have lunch. Okay, I believe this is all incorporated. This is my messy little fun job. I think we are really good here. Now I'm going to spread it out. Put it in there. You'll see the texture of the bread has gotten wet, which is really, really nice. I'm going to grab a paper towel, get my hands cleaned. This is Parmesan. I have 2 tablespoons of Parmesan here. I think I'm going to take it and go like this. I think it'll be evenly distributed if I use my fingers like that instead of trying to just pour it onto the breadcrumb. Like I said, this is your only source of flavoring. Once you do this, it's over. So it may look like a lot now, but once these bake, they'll become really nice and brown, and it'll be crunchy, but it has a really wonderful crunch. It's not that hard, I'm going to break my teeth crunch. It's a real refreshing crunch. Okay, this looks really nice. I'm going to place it in the oven. I've pushed it all nice around the pan, made it as even as I could. Now we're going to go ahead and start it. So it's going to go in the oven for about 30-35 minutes on 350. Thank you. Welcome back to Andrea's Kitchen. The croutons have been in for 30 minutes and they're smelling ready. Let's check them. Oh, they're perfect. Absolutely perfect. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and toss these croutons again. 15 minutes in to the oven, I went ahead and started checking them because I do not want them to burn. I turned them twice. And these look fantastic. Let's give this a try. It's probably going to be hot. Very good flavor, nice crunch. I love these. Like I said, these are a very good way to not have anything as far as bread go to waste. Try any crouton you can make in your kitchen. My favorite happens to be white bread. Thank you. If you like the content, please like and subscribe. Thanks and have a good evening.